Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, make sure to subscribe for more content like this. I feel like I haven't filmed a talking video in a while, which makes sense because the video before this was ASMR, and the video before that I didn't post because I was like almost a little running out of ideas because after Boy Planet and filming 2 videos for this channel, I kind of got burnt out. But anyway, I'm back and at it, and in this video, as you can tell from the title, I'm going to be sharing my favorite B-sides from groups I don't necessarily stan or often listen to. So, like random B-sides that kind of pop off. Yeah. I honestly kind of decided to film this video because I recently added a lot of new songs onto my playlist, and if you're interested in my playlist, I'll link it down below. I added more new songs because there's this TikTok recommending top B-sides from each group, and I added them in, and I filtered them into the ones I liked. So hopefully your taste and my taste match up. And by standing Pentagon, I also got more open to listening to boy groups, so that's why there will be quite a few boy groups. If you asked me like a year ago whether I'd be listening to boy groups or not, I would have laughed in your face, but here we are. Also, let me know if you want to see a Pentagon song recommendation video because I would definitely be open to doing that. But let's start. So we're gonna start with the boys, and I honestly, here, let me just like pull my playlist up and see how many songs I have from the boys. I think I have, oh, literally only this song. Although I do enjoy Thrill Ride, but the B-side I really like is Blah Blah. And oh my god, I'm gonna rank these out of 10 because why not? All of them are above 8, obviously, but this one is a 9.5 out of 10. So like we're starting off really strong. It's almost R&B, very laid back, chill. However, it's got this almost, I don't know, imagine, this is a really odd comparison and you might be like, what? But think of Le Seraphim's Anti-Fragile, but less energetic. That's what this is, and more R&B. There's a melody that's so addicting, and especially when you get to the bridge of the song, it literally feels like heaven. It's literally magic. I love this song so much. Definitely would recommend it if you're looking for an R&B chill laid-back song, but with an addictive melody. I think these are the songs, like those are the recipes to creating an amazing song. R&B, laid back, but at the same time it's addicting and it's fun to listen to. It's not a ballad for sure. Like I don't know, but these days ballads have not been on my good side. Especially because I listen to music mainly when I'm working out or studying. I feel like ballads don't really help me with that. Okay, so now we're gonna move on to GWSN, and in Korean their name is 공원 소녀. And I honestly don't listen to their songs often except for this one song yet again. And this one is called Night Aviation, and I give this an 8 out of 10. It's not like my ultimate favorite, but it's still pretty good. It's got a really pretty melody, and again, it's a little laid back. It just has very magical vibes, and I think the title really explains everything well. Night Aviation. By the way, if I sound a little sick, that's because I am. Yesterday, my head hurt so much that I couldn't stop crying. Do you ever? Because I've never. But I couldn't stop crying. I don't know why. And I was in the middle of school. Actually, I should change the camera so it's a little closer. You can literally see. Okay, that's good. Hey, now we're going to move on to another boy group. We've got Monsta X. So Monsta X, I've got this one song called X Girl, and I'd give it an 8 out of 10. And typically Monsta X songs are not really my style. The kind of almost, I don't know, I like to compare them with Stray Kids. They've both got a very upbeat, almost noise music, and like not a negative way. I just like to describe it as noise music. Like aespa has noise music, but I kind of like that kind of aespa or noise music. Anyway, this song is called X Girl. I'd give it an 8 out of 10, and it's featuring Hyun from Mamamoo, and I think the collaboration works really well. Their voices go really well together, and I honestly didn't know this side of Monsta X that was more so ballad-like, a little more chill, laid back, but they work with it really well. And I think Hyun's voice just complements Monsta X extremely well, and it's like an upbeat ballad, I would say. That's the best way I can describe it. It's about a breakup, as you can tell from the title. So 8 out of 10. Okay, now we're going to move on to Everglow. And Everglow, you know, I know a lot of their title tracks, but again, it's kind of noise music like, so I don't really like to listen to it. I honestly think the only noise music I listen to really is aespa maybe? Yeah. Anyway, this song is called Moon, and it's really, really pretty. The chorus is almost electro-pop-like, but imagine that with R&B. Like, the collaboration I think is just amazing, and the chorus just hits so hard. And if you just listen or focus on the instrumental alone, it's sounds so pretty. And literally just yesterday I couldn't stop thinking about this because the chorus is pretty addictive, so I would give it an 8.5 out of 10. I know it seems a little harsh, but I don't know, I just never really see myself clicking onto the song often. I just listen to it when it's in shuffle. By the way, I always listen to things on shuffle. Okay, now we get into an interesting subject. So SHINee. Okay, so I think, yeah, I don't know if I've explained this before. I think I have. It feels familiar. But anyway, I was watching this video of New Jeans. I think it was like an attention music show, like, you know, those compilations where it has those pretty transitions and everything looks so cool when it's edited. Well, I was watching one of those and it was a Korean video, so a lot of the comments were in Korean, and one of them were saying, okay, there's like this other song, Attention by SHINee, that I also really like, and it's so fresh, so summery, and I was like, hey, that seems like something I would really, really enjoy. Oh my god, is there construction outside? Why is it so loud? And then I searched it up on, goodness, I searched it up on Spotify and I listened to it, and it was really, really good. So I, you know, checked out which album it was from, and it was from the Atlantis album. And I was like, hey, I know this song, so I added that to my playlist, and then I listened to the entire album thinking I'll enjoy a lot of it, and I did. But three in particular, so Atlantis, that's the title track. It's not a B-side, but I just wanted to mention it. It's still a really good song. You can just imagine oceans and waves, almost piratey, I don't know. It's just a really cool song. There's a lot of like, I don't know, a lot of the aspects of the song remind me of the ocean. And then, of course, oh, I would give that an 8.5 out of 10, just because the rap is a little weird. It's a little strange, but otherwise I love the song. The chorus is amazing. And then Attention, 10 out of 10. So it's literally like one of the best songs within this mini playlist here. Attention, it's like, I don't know. It's just so good. I don't know how else to describe it. If you were to listen to any song from here, definitely listen to Attention. It's perfectly what I like. It's exactly what that comment described it to be. It's like a fresh water, wave of water, extremely high teen, summer vibes, and you guys know I love that stuff. And then lastly, I also really like the B-side called Body Rhythm, and that one is a 9 out of 10, so it's pretty high up there. And Body Rhythm is just like it's just like a song that you want to dance to, and it's kind of groovy. It's a little, I don't know how to describe it. Why am I having such troubles? Body Rhythm, just, it makes you want to dance. Yeah, it's a different vibe from the other songs for sure, but they're all really, really good, equally good. Well, not equally because they've all got different ranks. Now let's move on to Rocket Punch. Rocket Punch, I honestly do know all of their title tracks. Wait, is Juicy a title track? Why did I add it here? Oopsie. Okay, it's a title track, but it's literally the only song on my playlist from Rocket Punch. So Juicy, I would give it an 8.5 out of 10. It's just like your typical fun summer song, and the choreo, not the chorus. The choreo to the song is really, really fun too. I think Rocket Punch is very underrated. I thought they would be more popular than they are, but here we are. Maybe it's because they're from Ulim, and Ulim doesn't really have the biggest artists. They do have some big artists, but they're not like, you know. Okay, now moving on to Cherry Bullet. And this B-side I listen to very, very often. It's called Ping Pong, and it's another fun summer song. If you just close your eyes, you can imagine a really, really bright tennis environment, and again, very summery. It's a very vibrant song. Makes you want to sing along to it. I'll give it an 8.5 out of 10 because it kind of gets a little repetitive, but the instrumental, vocals, everything is so fun, and especially because the Cherry Bullet members, all of them are really, really strong in singing. I think that's what enhances the song even more. Okay, so now moving on to 소녀시대, SNSD, Girls' Generation, whatever you'd like to call them. I do listen to quite a bit of their songs, and honestly more so like the members' individual songs, but this one is a B-side that I listen to. I think, let's see, how many SNSD songs do I actually have in my, really? Oh, they're called Girls' Generation. I searched up SNSD. We've got Forever One, Melody, which is, oh, that's another B-side I kind of want to mention, Mr. and Lionheart. Okay, let's just first start with this one. So it's called Romantic Street, ST dot. And this one I would give it an 8 out of 10. It's a chill ballad song, very romance-like, and I like it. And then another B-side, well, it's technically from their 2021 Winter SM Town concert, and this one, it's just so good. It just reminds me of the concert that I went to in 2021, or no, 2022, sorry. That's how I listened to it. They were repeating like 5 songs over and over again, and this was one of them, and it got to me. It was really good. At first I was wondering, who is this? And I couldn't tell, because it definitely wasn't aespa, but some of their voices actually do sound alike one another, but I guessed that it was Girls' Generation, and I was right. So Melody, that's a really good song as well. For a while I had a phase over that song. Now I'm kind of over it. Maybe I over-listened to it somehow. Okay, so now we've got Treasures You. And this chorus instrumental sounds like almost like a pop song that would be played at H&M. It just seems like very Western pop, not necessarily K-pop. And I guess the build up to the chorus, sorry, is kind of slow, but then when it gets to the beat drop, it's really worth waiting for. So I would listen to it. I would give it an 8.5 out of 10, but You is pretty good. I don't listen to any Treasure songs at all. I think the only song I've really listened to from them, apart from this, would be Boy, which is their debut debut album? I don't know. I actually never really hear about Treasure often, despite them being like the big 3, you know? I never really... Oh, Tarari. Of course. Okay, wait, I forget that there were Treasure songs. There's also Chikjin. Oh, never mind. Then I totally lied to you that I know 3 songs from them. Oh, yeah, it's kind of weird how you never really hear from them often. And that just might be me because I don't really have interest in them, but... that might be actually a little hurtful if you're coming from a Treasure fan. But I mean, if someone said that about Pentagon, I wouldn't really care. As long as I'm up to date on it. Okay. So now moving on to 우주소녀, or WJSN, or Cosmic Girls. I just call them 우주소녀. So this one is called Pantomime, and this one is really popular coming from them. Honestly, I kind of overplayed it when it came to like the Queendom era, you know, the Queendom the show. That's how I got introduced to the song. However, these days I don't really listen to it much, and it's slightly underwhelming. So I would give it an 8 out of 10. Yeah. Okay, next moving on to Gravity. Now this one is slightly noise music-esque. It's not entirely noise music, but it is somewhat in that genre, so it's called Hot Air Balloon. I would give it a 9 out of 10 because I listen to it very often, like more than you would think. I honestly haven't listened to any Gravity songs apart from this. Now I'm wondering, am I missing some popular songs that are from these artists? I don't know. Again, Gravity isn't really one of those songs that I particularly have interest in. Their Spotify doesn't have a lot of streams. It's kind of sad. Anyway, Hot Air Balloon, really fun. Like, it seems like a dance-like song. The chorus is really fun. If this song had a choreography, which the last time I checked it did not, it would go so hard. Okay, now moving on to CIX. That's how you pronounce it, right? This one, guessed it, it's another R&B song. So it's called Round 2. Did I already say that? I would give it an 8.5 out of 10. The song itself is just very pretty and soft in itself, and R&B song, what more can I say? It's totally my type. I honestly wasn't too big on R&B until I got into PB, I think. Although I don't really listen to PB often these days, just like her classic songs. I don't really listen to her latest album. But anyway, R&B is kind of my style now. Okay, now we're going to move on to Billy. And I listen to Billy's title tracks quite often, but a song I would recommend, I think it's quite well known for a Billy B-side. They're actually really well known from before their B-sides. I think it's because they're from Mystic Story, and affiliations with SM makes you good at B-sides, I suppose. It's a song called Brave, a song for Matilda. They've got the longest titles with the weirdest little symbols. I'd give it an 8.5 out of 10. It's just like really pretty. The instrumental is really nice. You can now see that I really prioritize instrumentals. I didn't even know about that myself, but there it is. Okay. Should I take another Tylenol? I feel a little iffy, but then at the same time not dying. So I like try not to take Tylenols unless it's like really necessary. Yesterday I did, and because I felt like dying. But I'm good Better now. Not good, but I'm better. I look pretty good. I'm just kidding. Okay, now we're going to move on to Jamie. And Jamie, you guys might know her. She's a soloist. She had that really viral Psycho cover from Red Velvet. But there's a song called Pick Up This Phone, and it was almost like a talk rap diss kind of song. And I originally listened to it because Kino was a featured artist in it. There's quite a bit of artists that were featured in this song, I believe. I would give it a 9 out of 10. There's a lot of fun rap lyrics. I think it would be more fun because it's almost like a roast, and a lot of the lyrics are in Korean, and it's kind of funny. Yeah. And I now like it. I think if you're in that rap song vibe, if you like Soyeon, I think you'd like this song for some reason. Okay, so next we've got another song that I really, really like. So it's called no, it's not called AB6, but like, you know, the group is AB6. That's how you pronounce it, right? AB6IX? That sounds weird. I'm gonna call them AB6. No, but then that's really weird. Okay, anyway, whatever. The song is 123, and I don't know how I landed on the song. I think it was actually in my, what was it, weekly recommended in Spotify? What do you even call that? Not release radar. Not daily mix. Although I do like daily mixes. Oh, Discover Weekly is what I was searching through. There was a time in my life where I listened to every single song in my Discover Weekly. But then I realized I don't like any of these new songs. I always just like the songs that I'm familiar with, which might be an issue, but I mean, hey, if I'm listening to songs I like, what's the problem with that, right? It's another 123, getting back to that. It's another fun song. I would give it a 9 out of 10. I listen to it very often, and maybe even 9.5. I don't know, somewhere in the middle, 9.3. Although, is that scale even loud? Heck, it's my video, whatever. But it's like a confessing to love, but in a party way kind of song. This would be the ultimate party song. The pre-chorus is so fun, and it builds up to this chorus, and party song, guys. Okay, now we're going to move on to not necessarily B-sides, but the same concept, but for title tracks. So artists that I don't really listen to often, however, I do listen to these couple of songs. So firstly, we're gonna start with ONF. Onf? No, I'm just kidding. So I started listening to Beautiful Beautiful because of Song Hanbin, and the song is really, really good. Like, this got rediscovered in the best way ever, I think. They could almost have their Roland redemption arc with this song, but hey, I don't know. I think a lot of the members are military, if I'm not incorrect. I would give it an 8.5 out of 10. Why? It's so empowering, it's so fun. It literally could have been a 9.5, but there are certain parts of the song, I think it's right after the first chorus, it just sounds really off. Like, I don't know what part. Oh, it's like, oh my god, it's like, let me free, let me be. And it just sounds so off to me, that part. And then after that, it's amazing, but yeah, that's why I kind of dropped in my scale. Oh my goodness, why are they throwing, like, it sounds like they're throwing wood. Maybe they are doing construction, I don't know. Okay, we're gonna move on to Astro, and there's 2 title tracks that I listen to. These are the only title tracks that I listen to, although I know that they have good music, but I don't know. So the first one is Crazy Sexy Cool, and this one I would give it a 9 out of 10. Like, imagine a summer night that's extremely elegant and soft. That's how I would describe it. And I know I'm giving almost like an environment for each of these, like a spatial surrounding kind of thing, but that's kind of how I imagine music. If you listen or close your eyes, what do you imagine when you listen to that song is how I like to interpret it. Okay, and then the next one is All Night. This one is 9 out of 10 because it has a really memorable melody and it's so familiar. I don't know how to describe it, but it reminds me of like 2019 all over again. Like, when I re-listened to it after a bit, I was like, wow, I was blown away. I think it was this year when I started listening to it again. Okay, and then the next one is Purple Kisses Sweet Juice. A lot of people love this song. Honestly, if this was from a really, really well-known artist, it would blow up like crazy. This song was so good. Although, in the beginning, I kind of over-listened to it. Yeah, I think if they actually released this near Halloween season, it would have been so much more popular. It has that very spooky Halloween vibe. I'm not really sure why they released it in, like, what, was it March or so? That was kind of odd. If it was released in late October, I think it would have done even better. Yeah, but I kind of overplayed it, so I haven't been listening to it recently, but anyway. And very lastly, kind of an odd way to close the video, but it is Busters. And Busters is the group that has Hyungso from right now, she's in Classy, and then one of the Cheon, she is currently in Triple S. She hasn't, well, she technically did debut, yeah. And then lastly, there's Yeso, obviously from Kepler. All of those members were in Busters, and there's a song called Grapes. It was released a while ago, but I unironically love the song, and you might question why I might say that, but if you listen to the song, you might understand. It's so fun and summery, and it sounds so cheap. It sounds so low budget, but I kind of love it for that. Like, I love the low budget vibe. So I would give it an 8.5 out of 10. Imagine they produced it really well. Also, the lyrics are really funny and almost weird. It's about photosynthesis. Anyway, that's all. If you want to learn biology, go listen to it. So that is the end of this video. I love recommending new songs to you guys, and especially because these are new and fresh. Like, I guess, maybe not new and fresh, but they're like undiscovered songs, and I love finding songs that only you know and you enjoying it purely on your own. There's just that feeling when it's not viral on TikTok yet you really appreciate the song. It's kind of like standing a smaller group is how I would describe it. Anyway, let me know if you guys want me to recommend the Pentagon songs or any other videos. Let me know, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks so much for watching.